Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend and your brother in this spiritual struggle coming at you once again. Today, I'm going to try to make this a very short video talking about the psychology, the devil's psychology, and how he has deceived the whole world, how he has worked humanity, and why, and all of those things. In fact, please take a look at the links that I will send you. And if you don't believe that we are living under a satanic world, in a satanic evil world, then there's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing anybody can do for you. You got to understand the purpose of this video is to wake you up. To wake your ass up, because you are the battlefield and you are the prize that the devil is fighting for. Okay? First, quickly, so the devil's psychology is nothing more than the vaccine of lies which our first mother, Eve, was injected with. And ever since then, to the present day, we are creatures that have shown the side effects of this vaccine. Today more than ever, since Noah's time, before and after the flood. And since we live under these side effects, we find ourselves not questioning anything, not investigating everything. And then once we do start asking questions, guess who comes to our rescue to answer those questions? The establishment, the religious establishments are there, set up by the devil, which is the God of this world. He's there to answer our questions through this establishments. And as always, he gives a little bit of a little granite of salt, or a granite of rice, and then gives us a whole mountain of lies that leaves us more confused instead of confusion each passing days. Here are some of this organization and establishment that have been set up by men who, by the way, on Job 9, verse 24, it clearly states that the world has been given into the hands of the wicked. So this organization makes sure that we stay asleep. In fact, the first one, which is the religious establishment, religions, as Karl Marx said it best, religions is the opium of the people. That is kind of a mockery to me, because religions goes beyond that, but it serves the purpose of keeping the masses in a state of ease, to keep the masses calm. It's a kind of a MK Ultra brainwashing system. The purpose of religions, which was inspired by the devil himself, was to deceive the whole world, to divide the masses, and to exploit the masses on a financial level. Because the religions, even the word itself tells you, religion, realignments of the legions of the devils, of the demons. Number two, the government and the politicians of this world. The more a politician lies to you, the more power he gets. In fact, there's an old saying that says, a politician will promise you peace and bring you war. Because the very essence, being the puppets that they are, their job is to what? To lie to the masses, to exploit their emotions, just like the religious leaders. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I go on, as I've clearly stated and shown in the past and proven in the past, we have been living, whether you want to believe it or not, we have been living into a twisted reality. We have been lied to because this whole system is based upon lies. Okay, everything is a lie on this planet. You name me one thing that is truth. I tell you one, that the sun is shining in the daytime. Okay? Hallelujah. You understand? Ladies and gentlemen, so when the Bible talks about the end of the world, it's not talking about the destruction of the earth. Do not get it twisted. It is going to be the total destruction of this system that we live. That's what makes up the world. Number three, the education system, the academic system, which is really a brainwashing system. Okay? In every society, okay, that's what it does. That's the purpose of education. All right? Number four, Hollywood. The entertainment industry, ladies and gentlemen, they have done their part. They are doing their part. That's why it is required by their law and regulations that in order for you to become a very famous artist, you need to sell your soul. You need to sell your soul to the devil. You need to sign a contract in blood. Number five, NASA. You can see NASA even in the logos. You see a serpent's tongue coming out because it is a lie. These people get 53 million every day to keep themselves in operations. To perpetuate a lie that man landed on the moon and that the earth is a globe. Ladies and gentlemen, please, everything is a lie. Are you under the red pill or the blue pill? Wake up. Number six, science. Well, you know what science does? Science, through its discoveries, create diseases like cancer, AIDS. I have talked about that in my previous videos. They also teach the theory of evolution, which is a lie. Because let me ask you this. What would be the sense of an evolution to create a creature upon this earth called humans, in order to let them, what sense would it make? It doesn't make any sense for evolution to create or to let a creature develop itself for self-destructions. And believe me, we know, I hope you know, that we live under, we have enough atomic bombs, nuclear bombs, and hydrogen bombs to kill ourselves 50 times on this earth. Not even the roaches, not even the mouse will survive. Everything will be contaminated. In fact, there's a mountain in Switzerland called the Doomsday Mountain, where they have gathered all the grains, all the different grains of the earth, in case there's a nuclear bomb. There's a nuclear war. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another mockery. Because let us say the war breaks out, nuclear war breaks out. If no one will survive, not even the roaches, what sense would it make to have those grains in the mountains? Ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten so low to a level of ridiculousness. It is unbelievable. It goes beyond belief. Then the pharmaceutical industry complex. Okay, the pharmaceutical industry. In fact, talk about the second effects of drugs. When you take drugs, you open a window for demons to come into you. And you're going to see the links where the famous guitarist, what's his name? Santana. He says that while he was under the influence of LSD back in the 60s, man, a demon came into him. You'll see it. I'm going to send you like 4 links. Hopefully I won't bore you with them, because you need to know this. You got to know this message in order to survive. Remember, knowledge is power. But this is the knowledge that is real power. The knowledge of God, the Creator. Do not believe in the lie. Let me give you one lie. For instance, in the United States, the light bothers me. That's why I put this on. In the United States, people think, who was the first president of the United States? A lot of people will answer you. Those who knows would say George Washington. But in reality, that is a lie. There were 16 presidents before them. I have made a video on that. But that was in the channel that YouTube took out. So I'm going to have to make another one up. I'm going to have to make a video on that as well. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is very hard to accept. This world is not ready, is not ready for the truth. The truth hurts like a mother. Now, why was George Washington considered the first president of the United States? Because he was the first Masonic president of the United States. The United States was never founded on religion, on spiritual foundation. That's another lie that they teach you. How can a nation be born or have any spiritual foundation when all that it has has been based upon blood, slavery, the destruction of the Native Americans, which, by the way, they belong to the tribe of God, G-A-D. Everyone's walk upon the face of the United States, upon the blood of the fallen Native Americans. But going back to number 7, so that's just one lie. And ever since then, most of the American presidents have been Masonic, have belonged to the Masonic order. Believe it or not, which is a satanic institution. Believe it or not. But going back to number 7 real quick, because I want to make sure that I cover most of, if not everything, most of the most important points that I'm trying to get out here. So the pharmaceutical complex, you talk about cartels, you talk about drug traffickers. No one is worse more than the pharmaceutical complex. See, science created diseases or some kind of virus, but then you know what really kills you? The disease that they give you through the pharmaceutical complex. For instance, let me give you an example. AIDS, which was created for the population of the earth, they AIDS is not what really kills you. It's the medicine that they give you that kills you. All right? So we have a ridiculous being, a very sad, because the devil is a very sad bastard, which the whole world worship. In fact, today, which is really the first day of the week, what do the Catholics do? They worship on what? Sunday. Sunday. They worship the sun. In fact, I'm going to send you the links. One of the links that I'm going to send you is by Behemoth, which is a black heavy metal band. Then you got another heavy metal black metal band called from Poland. Called Bashushka? Something like that. Hold on. No, Batushka. It's a black heavy metal. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to tell you, okay, that forget about Hollywood, that people have to sell their soul. I've proven to you. And I'm going to send you some links as well on that. But, yo, these dudes, forget about Hollywood's people selling their soul. These guys, on the open, they sing to the devil. And you see the sheepos doing the devil horns while they sing. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot make this up. So you're going to see it when I send it to you. Let me keep on moving real quick because time is running out. Time is unforgivable. Let us go to Mark 8. Verse 36. For what should it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Now, what am I talking about here? I tell you what I'm talking about here. Here's what I'm talking about here. If you go to Luke chapter 4, King James Version. Luke chapter 4. Beginning in verse 5, because I'm not going to read the whole thing because of time. Verse 5, and the devil taking him up. That is, he has an encounter with Jesus, with Yahushua, okay? And the devil taking him up into a high mountain, shew unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. 6, and the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them. For that is delivered unto me, and to whosoever I will give it. Number 7. If thou therefore will worship me, all shall be thine. 8. And Jesus answered and said unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Straight up and down, plain and simple. Okay? I don't worship their creation. I worship their creator. That's what Jesus is telling him. That's what Christ is telling him there. By the way, as you know, I don't subscribe to no religions. I study many different religions. I woke up from the religious games. In fact, because of religions, is why we have all of this crazy thing happening all over, and in all this heavy metal that don't believe in atheists. Atheism have taken over this planet. In fact, if you take a look at Batrushka, they're going to do a devil, worshiping the devil right on stage. And if you look at how they do it, just like the Roman Catholic Church, which is the first beast. Now, all of this is established by what it says in Ephesians chapter 6. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So you see, these are the ones that push this. Okay? Now, before I let you go, let us go to chapter 3, Genesis chapter 3. All right? Let me see if I have enough time. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath God said, you should not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, you should not eat of it, neither should you touch it, lest you die. Number 4, and the serpent said unto the woman, you should not surely die. 5, for God doth know that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. 6, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave it also unto her husband, and with her, and he did eat. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, before we get cut off here, if we get cut off, we get cut off. This whole world is ready for the new world, satanic new world order. that is about to come upon the scene. Hollywood, heavy metal, the religious establishment. You understand? This is all the purpose. This is all the purpose. I want you to understand the psychology of this sad, ridiculous bastard. It is sad to live as an eternal spirit. Okay? That's why his punishment will be eternal. It is sad. And humanity has chosen to follow him. Because the ones that are ruling this planet right now are the Esau's descendants by blood. What I give you here may sound crazy, may sound overwhelming, but it is the reality. Do your research. Do not believe me. Believe the truth. Believe your own studies. That's why I send you these links, so that you see for yourself that what I'm telling you is real. Okay? And by the way, I'm not after, I don't do this video